Hello, what's up? How you all doing? Hope you're all having a wonderful Sunday. It's a very beautiful day, very shiny and extremely hot. It's almost 30 degrees already, man. But it's a good day. It's beautiful, shiny, looking really nice, feeling good myself, and hope you guys doing great too. Now today we're bringing another video because I have a lots of free time in my hand. I do have other plans, other videos, other units. I have a lot of units to actually showcase, and I hope I'm gonna be able to make all of them, but I'm playing on a daily basis, so here I am. Another day, another video. The new tier 3, this is this one right here, Doppelsoldner, or whatever you wanna call them, Holy Roman Empire. And we got them full veterans in one line, nothing to see here, and doctrines. Epic combat doctrine, all type of damage inflicted in sieges by 8%, damage dealt to units, all type of damage. Damage dealt to heroes, armor penetration. They actually do pretty good against heroes. You're gonna see that, and I kinda like this doctrine on them. And then a little bit of health and all defenses. Now the only doctrine is this one right here, which normally should be pretty good on them because they stack it quickly, the first 3 attacks. But after that I have some doubts. You will understand what I mean. Anyway, let's check a little bit the gameplay. First video, this one went pretty smooth because I played with my teammates. Obviously when you're playing big blob fights, to use a unit it's much more easier to put its value in there, so you have to be very careful with them because they're a bit squishy, to be honest. I'm seeing here a little bit of condottieri guards. I'm pressing 1 and I wipe them out pretty easily. The truth is, the unit on a 1v1, they win almost against any blue unit infantry into the game, and that's the beauty of it. So I get a little bit of kills, I'm going back and I'm waiting for my first skill. Now the first skill is the most important. If you don't have it up, don't fight. That's what I'm telling you to do. Then I'm going to go back in. My teammates are tanking right there, I'm pressing 1 and I let them go YOLO. The beautiful part about the first skill is not only that they rush in, not like Zway Hunters where they just stay in one place, but they do get the speed, they charge in and they get 20% defense. That's the beauty about it. And the second skill is not that impressive. I'm not really using it that much. I think that in blue era is not really that great, so I wouldn't really recommend it. Just press the first skill. Here I'm waiting for my first skill to come up, waiting for my teammates to make a step in. You are not that tanky as a unit. You don't have a shield, you get shotted by a range unit, so be very aware of that. Now that my teammates go in, I'm going from the back. You're a damage dealer unit. You go in, F2 formation, F1 formation, press the first skill and let them go YOLO. Here I decide not to go in because my teammates clean up pretty much everything, and I see these beautiful units right here. I'm pressing 1 and look at that, swinging their sword 4 times, dealing some good amount of damage, getting a lot of value, and voila. The problem is the first skill has a very long CDR, and when it ends the 20% defense, it's done, which means you either run away or you pray to God that your teammate's gonna hold the front line with you so you don't lose your units. So it's kinda one-sided. Then I get my first kill again, going in, pressing 1, and there you go. A lot of damage. You have to play them slow. It's a slow unit. It's not like condottieri or prefecture guards where you just go YOLO in and everything like that. It doesn't work like this. See, I finished my first kill. I'm starting losing a lot of units because unfortunately they do die fast. They don't have much defense. Trust me, they don't. The first skill is the only reason you send them in, because they get that 20% defense. Here we go a little bit from the side. Beautiful, pressing 1 and let them just go in. Some soldiers fall behind and they throw their sword around. Typical Zway Hunter stuff, you know. They do feel like a mini Zway Hunter, but you understand the point that I'm trying to make. And that's how you play them. Pretty simple, right? If you use them like this in blob fights, your teammates offers you a little bit of cover, you should be fine, because you do have the damage. This is the damage dealer unit. However, against range units you die very easily, you're not that tanky, and the first kill is the only reason you stay into the front line, which is like, I don't know, 4 or 5 seconds. So yeah, here we got a few left. I'm trying to go with my teammates, I'm trying not to play solo. I do have another video where I play solo, I'm gonna show you, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna show you 2 types of gameplays. I'm waiting for my teammates to go in. Avoid halberdiers at all costs. Halberdiers destroy you. Okay? You're not that tanky, halberdiers do hurt. So try to let your teammates go in like this. Press 1 and let them go in. Get a little bit more value, a little bit more ability points, a little bit of kills. And then I'm pressing the second skill because my first skill was over. And that's it. Not bad. A little bit, some good value and everything. I'm gonna show you the kills. 70 plus kills. I think that's a lot of value if you ask me. As long as you use them in blob fights, you can get a lot of kills. Try not to use them solo so much. That is a bit more complicated. But if you play them safe, you're fine. Now we're having another type of gameplay, which we're playing mostly solo. Going alone on the map, which is possible, but pick your fights carefully. We see our one unit, Mace Sergeants. We delete them with only one button. We're getting a hero kill with ease, because they do actually very good damage to heroes, and then we're getting out. The beautiful part about this unit is they do have enough damage to trade against anyone. The only unit that will defeat you in tier 3 area especially, it's the blue halberdiers. That's it. The rest of the units, Terry guards, prefecture guards, you are able to trade against them with ease. 1v1, these guys don't really lose, because the first kill does a lot of damage and it's more than enough to delete the unit in front of you. However, pick your fights correctly. I'm gonna put them on the side. Our teammates are tanking for us, which is really beautiful. Remember, you're still a damage dealer unit, not a tanky unit. Pressing 1 and eliminating every single one of them. Play it slow. As your CDR on the first kill, use it slowly. Say we're putting them on the side, we have our first kill up. Pressing 1, we'll let them go in, they rush in. Some of the soldiers kinda fall behind. There's nothing I can do about that. And then we just clean up the units, getting another hero kill with ease. The truth is, they do hurt heroes. That's really wonderful. So, it works nicely. It's a pretty simple unit. Here I'm going around the map because I just want to pick up unit fights. I'm not scared of a 1v1. Because as I said, I don't think these guys lose 1v1 against pretty much anyone besides blue halberdiers. So you're fine to go around the map and make some plays. Here we're gonna go to the top. I'm skipping a lot of fights because nothing happens. And we're gonna fight here. See a little bit of heroes. I'm pressing V. Then I'm pressing the first skill. And this is the big problem. This is the Rattan Pikeman. Normally they shouldn't be a big issue. However, when you press the first skill, you do get 20% defense and 20% speed. However, the first skill is like, what, 4 or 5 seconds? After the first skill ends, you are completely useless. This is why I said, you send them in, and you beg to God that you will be able to pull them out to fight again. Because the big issue is that every single time you send them in, once the first skill ends, you don't have defense anymore, you don't have damage anymore, and you're doomed. So you gotta be very, very careful about that. That's why I say in the 1v1 scenarios, they do pretty good if you destroy the enemy units quickly. If you don't destroy them quickly, they will destroy you. And because Rattan Pikemen are very tanky, they destroyed me. Once your first skill ended, you are a useless unit and you don't do much with it. So be aware of that. I'm gonna show you the kills, 60 plus kills, 5 hero kills. This is good value, as long as you play them slowly. They are not difficult to play. The only problem that I have with them is, once the first kill is done, you have to be very careful. So play them slowly, play them smart, and you're gonna get value. If not, you're probably gonna be doomed. Just saying. Now, about the new tier 3, it is fancy. It is pretty cool to play. It is not difficult at all. I find it actually pretty easy. You just have to press the first skill at the right time and you just let them do their job. Simple. They get a nice amount of speed, some good amount of damage. In blue era, you should be able to win against pretty much any unit. Maybe besides halberdiers, because those guys put you in danger. You're not that tanky. And you have to be careful with range units. You don't have a shield, right? So be very aware of that, because in blue era, they do spam a lot of range units. Right, so yeah, be careful about that. The first skill is the most important. Better than silence, better than anything, because it's where the damage comes from. The speed, the defense, you do damage against heroes. The big issue is the first skill has a lot of CDR, and if the fights are long and you don't win that fight, that's why I said they're better into a 1v1, because you destroy the enemy and then you run away and you wait for the first kill. But if the battles are longer, which is gonna happen in purple era and yellow era, I don't think they're gonna be so great. The only reason that they might work later on, it's probably because of the silence, but I'm not really sure. Because the thing is, these guys right here, they die very fast. So if you use your first skill poorly and you don't do a nice flank, you're doomed. Like, it's just over. So be very aware of that. You know, just make the right call and you're gonna be fine. Fancy unit, but the truth is, I don't think it's gonna work so well after Blue Era, besides the silence. Maybe the silence is gonna be great. I'm not really sure. We're gonna see about that. I don't know why they got nerf on damage, but maybe deserved, whatever. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. I wish you a lovely day, and I see you guys in the next one.